We got on a plane, we brought supplies, and everywhere I went, from the Shiva calls that we went to incredible young Jews just like you who were mowed down because they love music and they were at that rave, to other Shiva calls of people protecting their family, their friends, to seeing our IDF brothers and sisters, Chayalim and Chayalot, brave, standing up to forces of darkness, to the 200,000 evacuees from the north and from the south that are now taking refuge in and around Yerushalayim and taken in by Achenu B'nai Yisrael. I showed them videos of us singing, "You care about us here in America? You cared about us in New York?" And I say, yeah, Achenu B'nai Yisrael, we are in this together. We will always be with you together. Let them hear us across the sea in Eretz Yisrael. Achenu kol beis Yisrael. Achenu kol beis Yisrael. Hanisunim batzara uvashivya. Omdim bein bayam uvein bayabasha. Let's hear you louder. Oyachenu kol beis Yisrael. Oyachenu kol beis Yisrael. Hanisunim batzara. They chant hate, we sing about love. Om dim bein baya, uvein baya basham. Hamakam yirachem aleihem v'yotzihem mitzara lirvacha. Me'afel aliyah mishibud legeyula ashta bagala uvizman karib. One more time. Amakam yirachem alei biyotzieh mitzara lirvacha. Me'afel ora mishibud legeyula ashta bagala uvizman karib. Bring them home and Am Yisrael Chai.
Thank you all. You all sound really beautiful. So when we sing, I'm encouraging you to sing with us. One thing I just want to say, people always ask, do you have family in Israel? Yes, just a few million. And here are some student leaders that want to share some words with you and share a program with you. Here you go.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you.
My name is Bella Ingber.
Mr. Mayor,
I'm a junior at NYU.
As the lone Republican here, I'm proud that you came.
And I'm one of the co-presidents and board members of SSI, Students Supporting Israel. Firstly, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody for coming out here to support us. Not only the NYU Jewish and Israeli community, but also all of Am Yisrael, all of our brothers and sisters in Israel. So thank you all for being here. The circumstances under which we're gathered here today are extremely unfortunate. We have brothers and sisters fighting on the front lines, defending our existence, our homeland, and we have 200 hostages still held hostage in Gaza by terrorists. I pray, and I hope that we all take a moment together to just think about them, and to just take a moment together to pray for the safety, for the safe return of our hostages, and for the safety of our brothers and sisters on the front lines. Thank you.
If I give you a name to read of a hostage, could you please come up so we could read their names and say it to them?
We're now going to read the name of some of the hostages that are still taken.
Chaim Perry, 79 years old.
Noam Avigdori, 12 years old.
Yuval Engel, 11 years old.
Adina Moshe, 72 years old.
Omer Shemtov, 21 years old.
Noah Sharabi, 16 years old.
Aviv Katz Asher, 2 years old.
Amelia Aloni, 5 years old.
Pizza Hyman, 84 years old.
Ron Sherman, 19 years old.
Tal Goldstein, 9 years old.
Phil Bibas, 9 months old.
Yafa Adar, 85 years old.
Hirsch Goldberg Pollen, 23 years old.
Tamar Gutman, 27 years old.
Miriam Cooper, 84 years old.
Raz Ben-Ami, 57 years old.
Or Levy, 33 years old.
I will say in Hebrew the prayer for the Chayalim and for the Shvuyim, for the captives. Please, if you don't know the language, just know that we're pleading for the safety of our troops in the IDF. Misha Berech Aviseinu Avram Yitzchak v'Yakov v'Yavarech es Chayalei Tzvah Haganah Yisrael v'Oimdim al Mishmar Artseinu v'Rei Aliheinu Migvul Halvanoin v'Ad Midbar Mitzrayim and Ayam Agadol Ad Loya Lavoi Harava b'Yabasha b'Avir v'Yam Yitinau Noyasavenu Hakamim Aleinu L'Gafim Lifneihem HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yishmor v'Yaltil Es Chayalinu Mikol Tzar v'Tzuka Mikol Nega Machla v'Yishlach Bracha v'Atzlacha b'Chol Ma'aseh Yadayim Yad Ber Soin Einu Tachteihem Yatir v'Tareim b'Keres Katzer Yeshua b'Teres Nitzochin Bikuyim behem akosov ki Adonai lehechem ha'yolech imachem lilachem lechem ma'ivechem le'shia eschem and noimer amen. A prayer for the captives. Oh, one more name, sorry.
I just would like to introduce somebody who just came up to me and would like to say a few words. Her name is Ann Goldstein Levy, so please give her your warmth.
Hi, my twin boys graduated from NYU 2 years ago. And today, as a French citizen and an American citizen, I am for Israel and I'm praying for the 4 members of my family. They were from Kfar Aza. 4 of them are hostage from Gaza. It's Agam Goldstein Almog, 17 years old. Tal Goldstein Almog, 9 years old. Gal Goldstein Almog, 11 years old. Their mother, Shen Goldstein Almog, is captured too. The dad, my cousin, the grandson of an Holocaust survivor, Nadav Goldstein, has been killed with his first daughter. Her name was Yam. She was 20. She came back from Simchat Torah, from the army. She has been murdered. So for them and for all the other, pray with me, fight with me. We will not let it go. Thank you.
Bring them home. Bring them home. Bring them home.
Misha Berech Aviseinu Avim Yitzchak v'Yakov Yosef Moshe v'Aaron David Shlomo Yivarech Yishmar Yinsor es Shvuyim b'Seich Shar Achenu Beis Yisrael Hanasunim B'Tzar B'Shivya Ba'avor Shakal HaMispala Ba'avoram HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yimalei Rachem Amalehem Yitzir Michoshik v'Tzalmaves M'Yosesei Minatek M'Tzukoi Seihem Yoshiyei Mishibei Meheira Lechek Mishpachei Seihem Yodel in the place of the Adami, Kriyam Behama Rikrish Kasu Befduya and I Yeshuvun, avoid Sim Berina, Besimchas Elam Al Resham Sasin, the Simcha Yasigu, and Nasu Yavin Manacha, remember, Amen.
Before we hear some more speakers, I just want you all to feel that. Just to feel that. These are not just names. These are not just posters that people are ripping down. These are people. People. So I want you to feel want you to feel that. Rabbi E, I'm going to invite you. You wanted to say a few words? Come on now.
Thank you so much. My friends, it's been so difficult the past couple weeks. We're all sitting, worrying, thinking, what can we do? And I want to share a message of comfort and let you know, my friends, the Jewish people have been in incredibly tough situations before, and we will persevere. We will be victorious. We will overcome. We will not be silenced. We will fight with light. We will bring light to this world. We will fight darkness with light. Nothing can stop our unity, our togetherness, and our light. Nothing. I want you to know, my friends, when the soldiers are fighting on the front lines, they're not checking the news. They're not every couple minutes looking at things that people are posting. You know what they're doing? They're keeping their focus on the mission at hand. And I want you to know, my friends, we are also fighting a fight. Although we're not physically on the front lines, we are fighting a spiritual fight. As a human being, whether you're a Jew or a non-Jew, every Jew is created B'Tselem Elokim, in the image of God. Every single human being is created in the image of God. And that means we are a creator. We can create. We don't have to check the news to see what's happening. We can make stuff happen. We have to make stuff happen. We have to create light. We have to create kindness and giving and love and unity. We don't have to constantly see what others are saying. The fight is within us. I can make a difference. You can make a difference. All of us united can fight this fight of light. We can bring this light. There's a beautiful website I want to tell you, made by Aki Stein. It's an incredible website. It's called Just One Thing. And it's justonething.com. And you go on, and I appealed, in 2 weeks, they got over 100,000 signups. They give you a soldier's name or a hostage's name, and you do a good deed. It could be celebrating Shabbat. It could be calling your grandma. It could be smiling at your mailman. It could be making a blessing. It could be putting on tefillin. It could be doing something good to light up the world, because that's how Jews really fight. We fight by bringing light. And my friends, Israel needs us so badly. Let's do it for the hostages. Let's do it for those people who perished. Let's do it for our soldiers on the front line. My friends, let's fight with light. 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 Let's do this, my friends. We're going to see the redemption very, very soon. Thank you so much.
All right, folks, I know, don't worry, we will end with a lot of singing and you will hear our voices all together. We want to hear a few more speakers just to orient us in this moment, if that's okay. So next we have Dr. Michal Biton. She's the Rosh Kehila of the Downtown Minyan, and she's a visiting researcher here at Wagner as well.
Thank you. I stand here as a Latina immigrant who grew up in a community where Jews did not wear their kippah outside because they were scared. And I was told that would never happen here. I stand here as the witness of the devastating terror attack in Argentina, sponsored by Iran, that killed 85 Jews, including my best friend's father, Isaac Huli. And I was told America would never allow terror in its streets. I stand here as the daughter-in-law of Egyptian Jewish refugees who had to flee Egypt and who believed that there would be no anti-Semitism here. I stand here as a graduate of NYU as a visiting researcher at Wagner, as a religious leader, as a mother, as a Middle Eastern brown Sephardic Jew, as a proud New Yorker, as a proud American. And I stand here to cry out and to rage. What is this? What is this? What is this? How dare terror sympathizers, Hamas supporters come to this great city of New York? How dare students across universities threaten and terrorize Jewish students? How dare academia, the supposed bastion of Enlightenment values, academia, the ivory tower, parrot theories of colonialism and ethnic studies and use them to legitimize the terror, the murder, and the capture of Jews? How dare they? How dare they? Shame on all those people who speak in the supposed values of human rights and who call for a ceasefire and who don't have a single word to say for Israeli hostages and the humanity of Israeli civilians. Shame on all those people who cry out and say, believe all women, but whose feminism ends the second that rape victims are Jewish Israelis. Shame on all those people who call Israel a white colonialist state, a settler colonialist state. My people are indigenous to the Middle East. Shame. Shame on all those people who dare vilify the one Jewish state in the world and who are showing their ugly Jew hatred for everybody to see. Shame on all those people who cannot say anti-Semitism, who cannot speak about Jews being victims, who say all life matters when it is our lives that are on the line. Shame on all those people who dare tear down posters of mothers, of grandmothers, of babies. Have they no shame? Have they no shame? Shame on anybody who thinks they can mention a context for murder and for terror against Jews. There is no context in the world that should ever be uttered in light of terror. And do they think that they can keep us quiet? Do they not know who we are? We are the children of Abraham and Sarah who stood up alone against an entire pagan world. We are the children of Moses who stood up to Pharaoh and who taught the world about the meaning of freedom. We are the children of King David, a mighty warrior whose prayers pierced the heavens. We are the children of Queen Esther, who stood alone in the palace, courageous, and brought down Haman. We are the children of the Maccabees, who faced down the might of the Greek Empire with no fear, outnumbered. We are the children of Jewish history. We are the children who know that in every generation they rise up against us to destroy us. And we are the children of a new time in Jewish history. We are the children of the Zionist founders who created a Jewish state to make sure every single Jew had a safe place to go. We are the children of American Jewish leaders who fought for the American dream to be available to everybody. We will not be silent. We will not be afraid. We will not stand back. We will not abandon Israel in its hour of need. The blood of 1,400 of our brothers and sisters cruelly murdered are screaming to us from the ground. We will not be silent while there are more than 200 Israelis held captive by Hamas. We will not back down while our beloved New York, while our university are taken over by students who are promoting terror and legitimizing that.
Support them.
And one thing to note, we know that we do not stand alone. New York City will not stand for this. America will not stand for this. People of good conscience around the world will not stand for this. Because anybody who has any moral clarity knows that terrorist Hamas and their supporters around the world, that they are not just waging a war against Israel. They are not just waging a war against the Jewish people. They are waging a war against American values. They are waging a war against freedom. They are waging a war against decency. They are waging a war against anybody who loves life and who loves humanity. We are a generation. Our generation's souls are being formed right now in fire, and we will stand up tall. We will stand up loud. We will stand up proud and courageous and ready to take this on, and we will win. We will overcome. Am Israel Chai.
Yalla, we can hear you. Hey! Am Israel Chai, yalla! Am Israel Chai. Am Israel Chai. Thank you, Michal. I next would love to invite Rabbi Yehuda Sarna, who's the chief rabbi of the UAE, who works here and is an amazing leader. Hand of applause for Rabbi Sarna.
Never has there been a time that the present and future of the Jewish people rests on the shoulders of young people like it does right now. I don't think there's been a time when the future of the United States of America rests on the shoulders of young people like it does right now. You are being called up through a trial of fire. To meet the challenge will require discipline. It will require courage and perseverance. It will require, first and foremost, love. There's too much silence now in the world. The silence that I'm thinking about is right now the silence within which hostages sit. Let's bond with them through our own moment of silence. I'd like to invite up my very dear friend, Rabbi Dov Yonah Korn, to share a few words.
I'm the last speaker, by the way, so. We've been here before. We've been here before with an enemy that thirsts for our blood and our destruction, we shall not grant it to them. Not a gentle destruction or a circumstantial destruction, an absolute elemental destruction. We've been here before, not one time, not 5 times, not 10 times, but times countless in our history. As our ancestors in spirit from the heavens look down upon us with camaraderie and blessings, they recall, they can tell us, we've been here before. But yet, we persevere. How? We have no fear. We've been here before and we have no fear. We have no fear because we stand on 3 truths unimpeachable. 1, our values. Our values from Sinai that the entire modern world has built morality upon. Our values of goodness and kindness. While we will defend ourselves at all costs, we don't thirst for blood. We don't thirst for hatred. We don't thirst for destructions. We don't target civilians. Number 2, we are unified as a nation, as one Am Yisrael. From an Israeli dancing at a festival to a rabbi sitting in Jerusalem, all colors, all races, all proclivities, grandmothers and infants alike. From Brazil and Germany and Hawaii and New York City, we are one. We accept all of us together, and is that our strength? And number 3, we stand leaning on the God of Israel who never slumbers nor sleeps. And while it has been a painful history of ours, with our God, we do not despair. We trust in his leadership and his love. We are not despondent. We are not bitter. We progress with faith in our King. We have no fear. We have no fear because every single enterprise that's risen against us throughout our entire history is no longer. And yet we stand here and we thrive. And soon Hamas shall be no longer. Because their identity is hatred and ours is kindness and righteousness. And even as this nefarious narrative finds footing in the open, liberal, modern culture of America and in our schools, we are not afraid. Because we know that we are fighting a war against a force that will soon come to this soil, to this land. We don't need America's approval. We have our mission. We are steadfast. We are not afraid. We have no fear because we know that the brightest days are ahead of us. Embedded in our faith is a belief in redemption, which there will be no war anymore. The sword will turn into a plowshare and the wolf shall lie with the lamb for all good people. Our dream, what's our wish, is for global peace and oneness under God's beautiful kingship. We have no fear because the best days are ahead of us. I want to bless, on behalf of the Lubavitcher Rebbe, who I try to represent, and my holy wife, who puts up with me, that we should bless each and every Jew all around the world with the strength to have the oneness and the courage that we've always had to watch yet another of our enemies dissipate, fall, and wither in our presence. And may it be with mercy and kindness that we all together march to the brightest moment for the Jewish people and for the world. I want everybody here, take your right hand, we're going to say the one line of Jewish history and future. We'll say Shema together, and we're going to ask God Almighty to do what he can do, his part, which is everything, to end this crisis now, bring our hostages home, and bless us with Mashiach. Here we go, hand in hand. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. We love you guys. Mashiach now.
Rabbi Korn? We are not afraid. The reality. We are not afraid.
Let's hear you.
We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not
gonna ask us all to channel how much we're not afraid into this next song and show how hopeful we are by echoing the hope of the Jewish people at Tikva. I'm gonna ask you all to come in here. I'm gonna ask you all from the stage, can we all come to the front? This is not a performance. I want us to sing this all together. So please, be loud with me. Look around, remember we're not alone and we're not afraid. And that collectively, we will outlive this. We are here today, we were here yesterday, and we will be here lanetzach, forever. Kol od balevav penima nefesh Yehudi homiya ulfatei mizach kadima ayin letzion tofia ועוד לא אבדה תקוותנו, התקווה בת שנות 2000, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון ירושלים, יאללה! להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון ירושלים. עם ישראל חי, everybody! Thank you all for coming out. Find your way out safely. Before we end, I just want to say one thing. I just want to say thank you so much to the NYPD. Thank you so much to the former mayor. Thank you so